Hi everyone, Sean from What Up. Welcome back to another video, and we're talking Wheel of Time Season 3 news. There are a few castings that were leaked by WatchSeries.com prior to the holiday season that we're going to talk about. We'll talk about what I think was an ad campaign for the trailer, which is a good thing for the show and something that I think was much needed. And we'll talk just a bit about a rewatch campaign that a bunch of content creators, including yours truly, are running, and how you can participate in everyone's rewatch because it's all going to be in one handy dandy place brought to you by WatchSeries.com. So I'm pretty excited about that. We'll talk about that too. So if you like the Wheel of Time, if you like Wheel of Time news, consider making this your home for Wheel of Time news. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, tell a couple of your friends, and of course, let's grow the channel a little bit to 25k subscribers prior to March 13th when Season 3 comes out. If we can do that, I'll do some giveaways. I think everyone likes t-shirts and hoodies and toques and swag and whatnot. We'll do that. Now, normally I'd give some sort of a spoiler warning at this point because we deep dive into these characters, but they're all pretty minor roles, with the exception of one, which I think we'll do a deep dive in a separate video. So this is going to be a very light, almost spoiler-free video. So spoiler-free, in fact, I'm not going to put the hand up. We're just going to talk about the characters in a very general sense. We won't really dive into how they're going to affect the third season because I think they're all pretty minor roles. Now, WatchSeries.com normally accompanies all of their leaks with an article. Now, this didn't happen this time. I assume at one point or another an article will be forthcoming, but these were dropped on X on social media by the members of WatchSeries and the official account. So we're just going to talk about their social media posts. The first character that was dropped is Leanie. Now, she is a nurse and a servant to the royal family of Andor. She's retired, and she is one of the people that helped raise Elaine, Gowan, and Galad, the three royal children. She's not super integral to the series. She's more of a flavor character. She does have a few good scenes here and there. So WatchSeries.com is speculating that this will be a small role played by Zuzana Hodvoka, or Hodkova. I'm terrible at pronouncing things. I'm probably going to butcher some of these names, and I apologize for that. But she is a Czech actress who was born in 1949 and has been acting since 1968. She has a ton of credits to her name, and you folks may recognize her from the show Carnival Row, which also streams on Prime Video. So this is their Leanie. I'm pretty excited about that, folks. I mean, Gowan's my favorite character, so of course, anyone from Royal Family is awesome to me. So I'm pretty happy about that. Next, we have Leah Cron. She's a relatively new actress. She started acting in 2022. She is going to be playing the role of Messenger in Season 3 of The Wheel of Time, and she is set to appear in Episode 7, Golden Eyes. Now, without, of course, spoiling too much, there is a messenger that does relay some information to Perrin during the Battle of the Two Rivers, who is a small boy within the book series, and I think that character is likely going to be replaced with Leah. Again, very small role, a little bit of speaking part, and I'm pretty excited that this does mean that we're going to get pretty close to the book series for the Battle of the Two Rivers. I'm going to do a very big deep dive here in the channel prior to Season 3 about the book version of the Battle of the Two Rivers. We're going to see how it compares to the show. From what I've seen, it's going to be fairly close, and I'm pretty excited about that. Now, next character we're going to talk about is Jeannie. Now, Sally Tervonen is going to play Jeannie in Season 3. She will appear in a small speaking role in one episode of Season 3. Now, I kind of racked my brain and I looked through the glossaries and whatnot. I couldn't really find a character that is named Jeannie. If you folks find one, or if you happen to know one, let me know in the comments down below if I'm wrong. So I can't even speculate what or how she would fit into the third season. But Sala is a new actress. She just started acting recently, according to her IMDb, in 2024, and she's known for a role in Roba. Roba is a Finnish police drama. She had a small role in that series, so she will be in the third season in a small speaking role. Next, we have Jonathan Ojanaka. Again, I apologize for mispronouncing these names. He's going to be the handsome harbor master in Season 3 of The Wheel of Time. Now, Jonathan has been acting since 2011. He's probably best known for Hollyoaks, Coronation Street, and The Worst Witch. So he's been in a ton of different things, and he's a fairly recognizable actor. And he's going to be playing the handsome harbor master. I assume the handsome harbor master is probably someone in the Tenchiko storyline or plotline. I'm not 100% on that. I'm going to say either there or in Tarvalon, one of the two. That's probably how it's going to be fit in, but I don't believe it's a major role in any way, shape, or form. Probably a small role, but I am excited to see how they kind of weave that in for the third season. And finally, we have this gentleman here, Guy Moody. He's an actor based in the UK. He has Child Buyer or The Questioner on his CV. So there's speculation here if he's going to be a character in Perrin's plotline. I'm going to say so. child buyer is a fairly important character in a number of Perrin's plot lines. So I wonder how they're going to weave him into season 3. Again, this is a character I think I'll do a little bit more of a deep dive on in a more spoilery type video, because it does impact a lot of things, especially for the Battle of the Two Rivers and the Whys and the Hows. So we're going to talk just a bit about those. So these are the characters that were dropped by WatchSeries.com prior to the holiday season. Again, there's no article forthcoming, but I've left a link to their website down below if you folks want to go there and check out all the news they've dropped. Their last articles were just prior to the holidays. And I believe they have some new things coming in the next week or two. I'm pretty excited to see what they come up with prior to season 3. Next, we're going to talk just a little bit about what I think is a targeted ad campaign for season 3, and I'm not unhappy about it. I'm actually incredibly happy about it. All right, so what is a targeted ad campaign, and why do I think the Wheel of Time used it, and why that's a good thing? We're going to talk about that right now. So a targeted ad campaign is when a company, whether they be a film studio, a television studio, a social media company, somebody who makes products or services, any business has something they're advertising, whether it be a traditional ad, whether it be print, whether it be, like just an image, or in this case, a trailer, and they pay to have that placed in front of people with similar interests that would probably watch it. So if you're watching my YouTube video, which of course you are because you're listening to me talk, you've seen ads. You've seen ads run, and they run in every YouTube video unless you pay for ad-free. And those ads, whether you know it or not, are targeted specifically to you. So your data is sold by any number of different companies, including Google, Meta, all of the different social media companies, and that's kind of sold to advertisers, and it gets a general idea of what your interests and your likes and dislikes are, and then those ads are supposedly targeted towards you. Sometimes they do a great job, other times maybe not so much. I've had people complain about the ads on my channel before, and it's kind of funny. They're complaining about the type of ads, and I kind of have to break it to them, well, they're based on your interests, not mine. I don't choose them. YouTube does that for me. So that's what a targeted ad campaign is. And everyone uses it. Like every company, everyone does. You can use it on social media. X is a big thing right now. They're really pushing. You can push your posts, which I think is wild. Why would anyone want to do that? But you can do that. Facebook does it. So does Instagram. So you can pay for kind of like extra engagement to have it pushed to other places, and that happens. So a lot of companies use this. They pay to have their ads placed in front of people who will actually watch them. And it works. So whenever you see a large jump, a large spike in views on a trailer online in a very short period of time, it's likely not organic. It might be. Now, I may be completely off base here, but it's likely due to the fact that the company paid some money to have that pushed out, so it's seen in more places and seen by more people, and that causes that spike. The Wheel of Time Season 3 trailer had 6.7 million views. I just screen capped this like 20 minutes ago. So that's as of right now, probably as you're watching this video. And that's about 2.3 more million views than the Wheel of Time Season 2 trailer, which has been out for well over a year, like a long time. So if you're looking at this, it went up really quickly in a very, very short period of time. You're talking millions of views in just a few short days. And I don't think all of that was organic. Yes, there's a lot of excitement over the show. There's a lot of people like it, but 100% of it it's being pushed out to people. And that's a great thing, because for season 1 and season 2, that didn't happen near as much. I complained, and a lot of other people complained, that there was very little advertising for the first 2 seasons, and a lot of people didn't even know the show existed. You weren't seeing it on your ad rolls on YouTube, you weren't seeing it on social media, you weren't seeing it anywhere. When this trailer dropped, you saw it everywhere. Now, I've said this here on the channel before, I really, really, really dislike the marketing for season 1 and season 2. I thought they did a terrible job. So far, I'm more than cautiously optimistic for the marketing for season 3. I'm seeing the Wheel of Time in far more places. I'm hearing more people talk about it. I'm seeing more print ads. I'm seeing more articles. I'm seeing more interviews. I'm seeing the trailer in a lot of places that I didn't expect to see it. Whereas for season 1 and season 2, I didn't, and I expected to, because especially for the accounts I use for my social media, it's all Wheel of Time based. I expect them to push that to me, and they never did. This time, they kind of did. So it shows me that the marketing team for season 3 is leaps and bounds ahead of the marketing team for the other seasons. And I did mention in a video a while ago now that they are a new team for the Wheel of Time, and so far they're knocking it out of the park. The trailer was great, the posters have been great, the placement of things have been great, and we're still a few months out. Normally, the marketing campaign for a TV show for Prime really doesn't kick off like in excess till like 30 days out. But we're looking at, they released this just prior to the holidays, and it was big for quite some time. So this is a good thing because it shows that they were pushing money behind this and they were actively doing things to drive views to their trailer, which is a no-brainer. Why wouldn't you do that? Of course you want people to see the trailer. The trailer was gorgeous. It was fantastic. We did a whole breakdown here on the channel, and I get nothing but great things to say about it. I'm very excited. So anyway, so that is I think a good thing. So again, 6.7 million views in a month, less than 4.5 million views for the season 2 trailer. It's been out for quite some time now. They're definitely putting money behind this, which I think is a great thing. Now, part and parcel to that, we're going to talk just about a rewatch campaign. The Wheel of Time Rewatch. Yes, this is done by WatchSeries.com. I've left a link to this website down below in the description box, the Rewatch website. So far on there, you have the WatchSeries.com's Rewatch and you have the Dusty Wheel's Rewatch. They're both doing them in separate days, separate times, and separate avenues. So the Dusty Wheel, of course, is doing 2 big, long block streams live where they're going to rewatch all the episodes and discuss things and have people on and do all the great things the Dusty Wheel does live really, really well. They are, in my opinion, the best and most original live content for the Wheel of Time. So if you like, or if you want to sit down and do a full 8-hour watch, or even join them for part of it, their dates and times are on this website. And WatchSeries.com is also doing a rewatch. They're doing 2 episodes per week, and they're on different days, and they're doing it in a slightly different manner. And how they do that is that people can go in and talk with them while they're watching it, and they're gonna all the links and stuff are on the website. So for us here on the channel, it's a little bit different. We're doing a rewatch, but I don't do live content, and rewatches are best done live, I think, because you have the show up, you have people talking with you, interacting, you have people in chat. I don't do live here. I'm terrible at it. I have a hard time with live. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to watch one episode at a time, and I'm going to have a timer on the screen. And the timer on the screen is going to be when I start the episode, and it's going to run through to the end of the episode, and I'm going to watch it, and I'm just going to talk the whole time. I'm going to make commentary. I'll talk about things that happened during the release of news and things that happen behind the scenes. I'll talk about the weather. I don't know. It's an hour. We get a lot to fill in for each episode, but I'll talk, and you folks, if you want, can watch that video while starting the Wheel of Time on your TV at home and watch along with me. My timer should match up to your counter for how far you're into the video for the Wheel of Time on Prime. Now, there is some question of how this is going to work for people with ads, without ads. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm cheap. I don't think Jeff Bezos needs more of my money because I don't have much of it. So I don't pay for no ads on Prime. I have ads. That's like a low tier subscription. It's all I can afford. I mean, let's face it, billionaires don't need more money. So what I'll do is when an ad comes up, I'm just going to pause the timer. It'll be real time for the actual show itself. So if I'm 13 minutes in and 3 ads pop up that are 3 minutes long, I'm going to pause the timer and we'll chat through the ads because I'm going to tell you about the ads, and then I'll start it again afterwards. So if you folks have ads on yours at home and they may be at different intervals or different times or different lengths, you can just pause both videos at the same time, if that makes any sense. That's how we're going to work that. I'm going to release them twice a week. I'm going to release them on Sundays. I'm going to release them on Thursdays. So the first one is going to be this Sunday, episode 1 of season 1. We'll talk just a bit over that, my likes, my dislikes. It'll be like a really long review, breakdown, Easter egg video all at once, live while it's going on. And I don't expect these videos to get a huge amount of views, but if you're doing a rewatch and you want to do it with me here on the channel, I think that's the best way I can do it. What I will ask for you folks to do, though, is if you watch the video and you do a rewatch with me, if you do a full rewatch, I want you to put that in the comments down below. That way I can sort of kind of track how many people rewatched with me. So if 50 people watch the video and 50 people do a full rewatch with me, I can tally that my numbers, and at the end of the full rewatch of both seasons, I can tally up how many people watched along with me. and we can say how many episodes we watched total together as sort of as a group. Anyway, that's the plan anyway. But I think it's a really good idea because season 4 hasn't been greenlit yet, and the cast, the crew, the production team, pretty much everybody involved is kind of like saying season 3 has to do well. So the more watches that season 1 and season 2 get, and the more views that season 3 gets, especially during the first week when it's out, really goes a long way towards showing Sony if they're going to renew for season 4 or not of the Wheel of Time. Now, I personally want 30 seasons of the Wheel of Time. It's not going to happen. The original plan was 8. I don't know if we're going to get to 8 or not now, but at the very least, I want to get season 3 out there because season 3 is, for all intents and purposes, leaps and bounds ahead of season 2. I've said this before on the channel, I'll say it again. I think it's going to bring a lot of people back in the fold that really dislike the show, even people who hate the show, because it's going to be that good and it's going to really have that much fan service. And it's going to keep to certain plot points and certain things that people really want to see on screen from The Shadow Rising, which is one of the, not the most, but I'd say one of the most popular books in the series. So it's, in my opinion, I think it's going to do it justice, at least from what I've seen so far. So if you want to help out, if you want to, help out trying to get to season 4 of the show, Rewatch right now is what you can do until season 3 drops. You don't have to do it with me here on the channel. Keep an eye on this website. If you have a favorite content creator, if you like a different aspect or a different avenue to do it, please support someone else doing it as well. All that matters is extra views of the actual episodes that can show Sony and Amazon that, yeah, this has legs and it can keep going and they need to do more seasons. So anyway, I'll let you know that. So expect that video to drop on Sunday. I'll drop one on Sunday. I'll drop one on Thursday. And if it's popular enough, I may try to do something where I actually rewatch at a certain time while I'm recording my video, have it live in Discord or something, and we'll chat there. We're not going to do that for the first couple. I want to see how they go, and then if people want, then yeah, I'll try to do some sort of live chat. That's not here. I'm not gonna do live on YouTube. I don't do that, but I'll do live while I'm recording, and then you'll have the pre-recorded video with me interacting with people after the fact. If that makes any sense, I think that'd be okay. Anyway, thank you very much for sticking around. Thank you so much for staying to the very end, and here's to many more.